Welcome, Marvin Live.
What's up?
How's it going? We've had a few technical difficulties, but we've got through it together, haven't we?
Third time lucky.
I feel like we've been a team.
Yeah, we have been strong.
So tell us a bit about yourself. What's your EP called?
My EP's called Butterflies and Goldfish. I think this is the second EP. I had 2 mixtapes before that. I'm a rapper from East London, Hackney. I started, rapping. When did I start rapping? Maybe 2011. Before that, I was.
Because what was that? The pre-season mixtape. We've done our research.
Yeah, that was pre-season mixtape. That was the first mixtape. But
we're going to be playing some of that later.
Not a lot of people know that I was into grime before.
We did talk about this earlier.
Yeah,
Manager Chris is here. Big up Chris.
Yeah. And my name was B Marvel back then.
What was that? B Marvel?
B Marvel, yeah.
Where was that from? Marvel Comics?
You know what?
Did you get the name?
My older brother's name was. Basically, every time I was caught with, not caught, but anytime the police might have stopped me, or there's a stop and search, and so forth. My fake name was Marvin.
Sick.
Yeah, my fake name was Marvin. So it was like
that's a nice anecdote.
Yeah.
I feel like you've planned it back in time for this interview today.
Yeah, something like
that. And I appreciate the effort that you've made. I wasn't expecting it. Thank you.
Back in time.
You literally did that. You laid down the foundations of this interview.
Yeah. And my name was Marvin when I was when I was in trouble and anything like that. So B Marvel just made sense.
Yeah.
I did grime from I think 13 to about 16, and then stopped and just played basketball, I guess.
Because this is what we were going to talk about. I made like a killer joke earlier. Everyone was rolling with laughter.
Yeah.
I said he's gone from a blow to a shot caller. I mean, everyone was just on the floor laughing, weren't they, guys?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I was
I come in with the jingle.
I played basketball for like since I was 13 to about 21, 22.
So you've gone semi-pro basically. He's a jack of all trades, master of none.
Semi-pro? You could say semi-pro. I played Leopards, but I did play abroad for a couple of years in the States.
We were talking about that as well.
Yeah.
Where was it? Wyoming?
Wyoming, and then my second year was in Michigan.
How was that?
Wyoming was just full of cowboys and cowgirls chewing tobacco, and Michigan was a bit more like home. I felt more at home. It was kind of gritty. Both of them were cold.
Is Detroit near there?
Yeah, Michigan. Detroit's in Michigan.
Yeah.
I was in Jackson, Michigan. It was freezing.
Oh.
It was freezing, but it was very similar to Hackney. So.
Oh, so you felt at home.
I felt at home.
Lover, what you know, run for cover, back to blow, not inside bounds. When we ballin' on the road, they're rebelling, but they bump and let it go.
Marvin's just come clean and said that he writes all his own songs and the choruses for the features.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that people know, like Right Way and obviously Studio Games, I read the hook and then I got people to put their vocals on it basically. Nice. I mean, now, I'll be assisted sometimes with some hooks, but for the most part, it's me.
So you're completely involved in the creative process?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I feel like I need a hook to even write a verse.
That's interesting to me, because I thought you do it the other way around.
No, it's hard for me to have a verse not knowing where that verse is going. So the first thing I do is get to the hook, and then just kind of loop that hook and then find.
So did you, in Studio Games, were you like, what the hell? You were thinking about that?
Yeah, and I was thinking of the fact that I used to be B Marvel, and then I am this person now. So he's got a buzz from back in the day, like that, especially that Cockney kind of.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I liked it because you can market that well if you took it to America. They like to hear British voices, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely wanted a Cockney accent on it, and that's how I did it. That's how I recorded it.
That's nice.
So
yeah, well played.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna look at some of your old songs.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've got Holler here because I chose it because I liked it was different.
Yeah.
You were starting out clearly. The production was a lot less, but I liked that it was different. It was chopped and screwed. It wasn't just your bog standard track.
Well, when I came back to music after I stopped playing basketball, I thought to myself, I need to make as much music as I can to kind of like find myself.
Yeah.
And pre-season is pretty much that. I just went on everything.
You can see that you're trying out different ideas.
Yeah, just trying to find this, find that, and that was the closest to in my eyes, to grime.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of a bit of a grimy track,
yeah.
If that makes sense. And it was with my old producer as well. His name's Treble Clef.
Oh, shouts out to him. Did he not do The Right Way as well?
He did The Right Way.
Yeah, because I looked at who produced that.
Yeah. He's a dope producer, but he's a grime producer. He did a record. If you're a real grime, like a real grime fan, do you remember Ugly Coyote?
I recognise it, but no, I'm not gonna lie and say I do.
He did the record. He made that record. It was like, I can't remember which year it was, but I think Tinchy, Kano.
Was that their early starts, their early days?
I mean, they were known already, but they went on the record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was a big record. Look it up when you get a chance.
Definitely will. Look for the tip.
Drop. You probably never seen me greet with palms around a fist. That was them Penry days with my brother when I began to spit. Potential yet to be possessed and I devoured it. Cause my lights blue like the North Carolina kid. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting there. As far as I'm concerned, my concerns is everywhere. Bright lights.
So we were just discussing.
Yeah.
Actually, do we saying that song was a bit of a mistake? Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Well, I can't tell you the whole thing, but I remember Treble Clef, the person that made it, he was like, he put 2 tracks together, and
which is a maverick move.
Yeah, and then put one forward and put one backwards. But I don't know how he got to that, because I know it was a mistake. But when he heard it, he was like, "Oh, this is crazy. This is a wave."
That's
but
what I like about it. It's creative.
He made that probably 2004.
Really?
Yeah.
So then we're talking that this mixtape dropped in 2011, didn't it? Was
2011, 2012, or 2012? And Right Way was also made.
That's my favourite. We're gonna do that later.
2004 as well. That was produced by him. Yeah, so I
rate that.
Yeah, both of them were made that long ago. So he kind of brought it out of the archives.
I like it. So are you going to work with this Treble Clef again?
Yeah. I mean, he's on a majority of Butterflies and Goldfish.
Oh,
he's
okay.
on. Let me see which tracks.
When's that coming out again?
The 17th
of November. So you can cop that on the 17th.
It's going to be in Bandcamp and on my website, marvin.co.uk.
.co.uk.
But he produced So Cold, the intro.
Oh wow.
Words Go Down. He produced most of the tracks besides.
Okay.
This,
so he's someone you work well with. You have a good kind of working relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I've known him for long. So
does he understand what you're going for with music, the directions you want to take?
Yeah, he does, but at the same time, he needs to go in his direction of grime. So
he's trying to push his sound forward as well.
Yeah, because he's doing the grime stuff. Like,
but you're not really. Are you? Would you say you're grime?
Not no more. No. I mean, we go to a rave and you play, Major Ace or Pay As You Go and stuff. I'm gonna go crazy because it brings me back to how I felt when I was 13
it's nostalgia, isn't it? That's for me. Watching Channel U.
Yeah. So that feeling, because that's where it all began.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, grime. So it began for. So and I think that's one of Pay As You Go were one of the people that I first listened to and thought, let me attempt this myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
And I applaud that because not everyone would be brave enough to do that and actually commit to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In the way you did.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think even on another topic, I don't think people give credit enough to what made them start rapping, if that makes sense.
Also, you're respecting who came before you, and you're saying, I have to give props to them.
Oh hell yeah! Like,
can you name some people you think you would acknowledge as inspiration?
Well, if I say like immediate inspiration, it was Pay As You Go, Roll Deep, definitely Nasty. The days when D-Double was just absolutely spazzing. And then obviously later on, now I'm a hip hop head. It was Nas back in the day.
Nas, definitely for me as well.
Then it was It was after Nas. Obviously, Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
I mean, I don't rate him that highly, to be honest.
You don't rate Jay-Z
I did in the past. I think he's lazy now.
I mean, when I said Jay-Z, I meant Blueprint.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying not one.
I'm not talking about
Blueprint.
when he did the feature on Suit and Tie with Justin Timberlake. Can you please stop talking?
No. I mean, he does. It's funny because some people say I didn't like that Jay-Z verse, but if you really dissect the verse of Jay-Z, it's still Jay-Z. Maybe the hunger obviously
wasn't there for me.
Well, the hunger.
But you know what? Tom Ford.
Of course.
Yeah.
I didn't like the album.
I didn't.
Like the whole album.
I didn't. And you know how much money he's got behind him as well.
No, but you have to question, once you've got everything, what more is there to get? So how would your hunger? How would your hunger stay there? Do you kind of go?
True.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah. So I still give him props, but when I was saying Jay-Z, it was more like Blueprint.
But I'm like Jay-Z, like just look after your business. Why didn't you sign some more people and give them the opportunity?
He just actually bought something.
You're being a bit lazy now. Let's bring some new talent through. Marvin live.
He brought a lot of talent through though.
Who?
Kanye.
True.
Yeah, brought Kanye.
Completely forgot about that.
Rihanna, he brought.
How do you feel about Kanye's newest album? I'm talking New Slaves, Black Skinhead. What do you think about the direction he's taken?
I'm gonna be biased because I'm a Kanye fan.
So am I. So we'll agree on that.
So yeah. For me, it was dope, but it's ahead of its time.
I agree. I think he talks a big game in that he's quite annoying in interviews.
Yeah.
But what he says, he makes sense when he gets to the point.
Do you know the thing is he doesn't express himself the right way.
No, he's too angry.
He's too angry.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like,
so he doesn't.
Calm down,
but
babe.
for me, what he's saying is what, God forbid, in 20, 30 years time, whatever happens, we will be playing this back saying, this guy said this.
Yeah, because
he's
talking about he wanted to enter the industry, didn't he? We were talking about this earlier. Yeah. Different ways, different avenues. Rita always got her line of clothes. So he's going in on a fashion level. Yeah. And if you haven't seen Marvin's videos, he's on point with style. We'll acknowledge that here.
I try. He's with what he's saying is a bit ahead of his time. And back to the album, I think I loved it. I loved at least 7 tracks.
That was Rick Rubin produced, and I think what he said is he stripped it back. So a lot of people thought it sounded raw and unfinished, but I thought that was good.
I mean, I did hear them saying that it was kind of rushed. He said something.
He said he wanted to bring it out really fast, and they all thought he was a bit crazy, didn't
he? He rushed maybe the production might have been rushed, but all the words, the singing, he rushed that. That's what I've heard. Oh. But for me, hearing it, I didn't think that.
But it has an urgency to it that I like.
I think there's nothing else you can compare it to.
It's true.
And when it came out, even if you didn't like it, you spoke a lot about it.
It's true. You had an opinion on
like Kanye West is Marmite.
He is. So. I don't think he's Marmite. I think he's like a bit nicer than Marmite. But some people just don't give him props.
But do you know what I mean by? Because I hate Marmite. But if
I love Marmite.
There you go. So there's
Marmite
that.
And a crumpet.
There's never a middle. There's never a middle ground. There's never a middle ground with
Sorry about that.
it. No, that's cool.
I was just thinking about crumpets with Marmite.
But you love Marmite?
So much.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Why? Why don't you give it a chance? Have you had it on a hot, crispy crumpet?
No.
With the butter, you spread it, let it melt.
Are we talking about Marmite right now?
Yeah, but we're adding just as a little dollop of Marmite.
I mean, are we talking about Marmite?
Yeah, sorry. Shall we play what I actually would argue is one of your best songs?
What's that?
The Right Way.
Oh, it is? Oh,
I really think you smashed it.
Okay, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mine, so I'm glad you like it.
Because it was giving me a Roots vibe, which I said to you earlier.
Roots, yeah.
And I don't think we have the equivalent of that in Britain. So this will probably play us out because we've got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
But Marvin, it's been a pleasure.
Definitely been a pleasure having me here.
Marvin live, man, you gone gigs crazy. I may have not top the wrong lady, but who are they to care? What the hell's a movie when you want a premiere? Ship, I'm vacating on these guild trips. If you're patient, I'ma kill this to kill time. Critics say I'm ill, but I feel fine. Question the time hills, the walking hill time, who the hell knows? I'm hella cold, but my hell froze. Fake G's are bad actors like Melrose. Say they run the roads, cause they sell coke. Rules walking with their high heels.